The Wagner Group is believed to have sprung from the military company Slavic Corps, which has carried out combat missions in Syria since 2013. Dmitry Utkin, who reportedly has a passion for the history of the Third Reich, had the call sign Wagner, allegedly on honor to Richard Wagner. The first evidence of the activities of Wagner's PMC was registered by the Ukrainian Special Services in May 2014 in Donbass. Despite the fact that Yevgeny Prigozhin for years denied his involvement in the creation or leadership of the Wagner PMC, in September 2022 he admitted that it was he who created the aforementioned organization on May 1, 2014. Since the second half of 2015, evidence of Wagner PMC activity appeared only in Syria. Its fighters, in particular, are believed to have been active in the first and second assaults on Palmyra in 2016 and 2017. Wagner is believed to have started gold exploration in Sudan in 2017 under the guise of Mero Gold and M Invest. The company, Wagner, is known to work in many Sudanese cities, from Port Sudan to Khartoum and Darfur. The PMC is said to have organized the supply of weapons and the transport of personnel across airports and borders from Sudan to Central Africa. This could be one of the reasons why the U.S. placed M Invest on the sanctions list on July 15, 2020. In Africa, the Wagner Group entered in 2018. PMC gained the greatest popularity thanks to its activities in the Central African Republic. Russian mercenaries train the army and provide security for President Faustin Archangel Twatter. Wagner is also believed to provide security for the country's gold and diamond mines, as well as having interests in other industries, such as mahogany processing, and receive certain preferences and benefits from the country's government in return. In Libya, Wagner operates at the El Jufra Air Base in the central part of the country, as well as at the Al-Qardabia Air Base in Sirte and in the port. The group's contractors traveled to Venezuela in 2019, in their first known deployment to the Western Hemisphere, to protect those at the highest levels of government. On October 23, 2020, the parties to the conflict in Libya signed an agreement in Geneva under the auspices of the UN, agreeing to withdraw foreign forces, especially Wagner mercenaries, from the country within 3 months. However, it is confirmed that the illegal armed formations in eastern Libya, loyal to the retired General Khalifa Haftar, have not yet withdrawn the mercenaries from Sirte and Al Jufra. Most likely, Wagner is preparing the ground for the creation of a naval base and 2 air bases for the Russian army in Libya. In 2020, there was a military mutiny in the country, which led to a coup. Negotiations with the representatives of the new government began with the Wagner PMC on cooperation. Wagner is also believed to have operations in Mozambique, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Madagascar, Zimbabwe, and Angola. Ukraine. The Wagner Group gained greater relevance from 2022 in its intervention in the war in Ukraine, where they were the first to cross the border even before the Russian army. But its first activity in the area dates back to 2014 in the weeks after Russia annexed the Ukrainian peninsula of Crimea. While supporting a separatist insurgency in Donbass, the industrial heartland of eastern Ukraine. In the longest and bloodiest battle of the invasion of Ukraine in Bakhmut, Prigozhin claimed that he had recruited 50,000 convicts, of whom some 10,000 were killed there in the capture of the city, which he achieved on May 20, 2023 after 224 days. Siege. At the end of the takeover he criticized the Russian High Command for the lack of air support and ammunition for the infantry. The United States believes that Wagner spends about $100 million a month on the armed conflict. In December, Washington accused North Korea of supplying weapons, including missiles, to the Russian company in clear violation of UN Security Council resolutions. Both Wagner and North Korea denied this. On June 23, 2023, Yevgeny Prigozhin rebelled against the Russian military leadership, and on June 24, after the military takeover of Rostov and Voronezh, he heads to take Moscow.